Hey, we're back here for part 2 of Lemmings. Let's go ahead and jump into the game before anybody shows up or disappears or tries to make a cameo.
So my buddy John, you know John, he stayed up like 3 days in a row, but he promised to go to a carnival with us. Not like Something Wicked This Way Comes, but anyway, they had a food costume contest and AJ and I were going to dress up, like a hot dog or something. The idea was to wear a hot dog suit and then just get drenched in actual ketchup and mustard. Well, AJ forgot the ketchup and then John passed out. So without John's approval, we got him into the costume that was like a hot dog and then drenched him in mustard. He stayed asleep for all of this. The judges thought he was pretending to be asleep. They were impressed and we won. But then when John woke up, he was very confused and concerned about his physical appearance. So I told him the whole story over and I said to him, "That was why you were yellow." At that same carnival, there was a talent show for pets, and the rules did not rule out any particular animals, but most people assumed cats and dogs and such. But this guy had these giraffes that could dance and sort colored balls and could even use blocks to spell words. Pretty impressive. However, the giraffes lived at an enclosure, and they were quite dirty, and I guess their diet consisted of a lot of beans and prunes and high-fiber stuff. Well, the owner brought the giraffes to the competition, but the stench offended the lady in charge of enrolling the contestants, so she said they couldn't participate. And when the carnival organizer heard about the giraffes and what they could do, he told that lady, "Qualify those dirty, fart-smelling giraffes." You've heard me tell some silly stories, and there will be more of that on this adventure. You have been patient, probably rolled your eyes, and maybe even chuckled, and will continue to do so, but I know you're appreciative or you wouldn't be here, and from this I've learned that it is important to have good friends that thank you kindly. And here is level 25 of the tricky stages, which would be like level 50 total, because beating this will put us halfway through the game. I haven't gone into too much detail, but I've not shown every stage in the game so far. That would take forever, and this 4-episode quest would easily become like 30 to 100 videos. I'm only showing the most noteworthy stuff. Now that we are halfway through, I can easily say one of the more aggravating factors in this game is your inability to change the menu at the bottom while you are paused, but you can move the cursor while paused. I find it has been easier to adjust the menu to what you want, then press pause and move the cursor to where you need. You can do it the other way around, but then you have to put the cursor where you think the lemming will be once you have time to unpause and then adjust the menu item. I do not recall if the SNES version did the same thing, but I suppose one could argue this adds an additional element of timing and eye-hand coordination. Anyway, I like this level because of all the stars in the background, and I think you can actually walk on them if you get a lemming on top of one, but you have exactly enough builders to complete this path the way that I've done it. And I always get such a rush watching that lemming mass just gallivant the path that I spent minutes building.